on this specially equipped GMC Sierra SLE for $239 per month.
$1 billion. That's a great number. And here's the number to call. 1-800-CALL-SAM. Over 3 generations of winning, over $1 billion won. There are more than 1 billion reasons to get the Bernstein Advantage. 1-800-CALL-SAM.
All the latest weather, all the latest news on Fox17online.com. Fox 17 News is brought to you by Gun Lake Casino.
I love the piano, I love the piano, I love to hear somebody play upon a piano, a grand piano, it simply carries me away. I know a fine way to treat a Steinway. I love to run my...
Well, talk about hitting high notes. This is in Kalamazoo here. Some of the crosswalks being transformed to look like giant pianos. That's pretty cool. It's all to ramp up some excitement ahead of the Gilmore Keyboard Festival, which runs through from April 26th through May 14th. Event organizers working with the Department of Transportation to get those ivories installed. The regular crosswalks will return after the festival
I'll take the
ends.
car.
There you go. I was going to say, that was a nice Corvette there. Well, with the warmer weather warming up, the gators at a sanctuary in Athens are starting to move into their spring habitats, but they need your help.
Fox 17's Tracy Henson has more on how you can get the hands-on experience.
It's the spring release at the Critchlow Alligator Sanctuary, and this is just one of 150 alligators that will be released within the next couple of weeks. Moving over 100 alligators is a big undertaking for the Critchlows, which is why they invite visitors to come help them.
We carried him over and around to that table. Me and Maddie held him down while we scrubbed him, and that was pretty fun.
He's going to wiggle, but you have to be strong. Take this hand here.
Eleanor and Maddie, ages 8 and 9, got to bring out the first gator of the day with mixed reviews.
I thought it was pretty awesome. I didn't really like it that much.
When I asked Maddie why she didn't like it,
I don't exactly know.
Maybe she'll change her mind. I also checked in with 4-year-old Michael, who was loving it.
I hold an alligator.
And if you're thinking it's dangerous, Gator Wrangler Peter Critchlow says it's actually pretty safe.
The alligators are secured, so their mouths are shut with tape, so they can't do any damage there. And they're actually really friendly animals. Once you've held them and handled them, you realize that.
By now you must be wondering how the Critchlows got all these gators.
All of these alligators are rescued animals. People get pets, and then they get too big, and this is where a lot of them come.
And if you, too, want to give an alligator a bath, it's only $5 for the Critchlow spring release. In Athens, I'm Tracy Henson, Fox 17 News.
Thanks, Tracy. The sanctuary has been doing this special release for 8 years now. For more information, just head to our website, fox17online.com. She's brave.
She is. I wouldn't get that up close and personal, I don't think.
Yeah.
But cool experience if you want to go check it out right in our own backyard.
If you have a trust of tape.
There you go. That's what it comes down to. All right, stay with us. Another 30 minutes of news and weather coming your way next.
Sometimes it still doesn't seem real at all.
Tonight, a high school softball team is honoring their former teammate who was killed in a car crash earlier this month. How she's being remembered.
Plus, West Michigan's largest school district has some new plans in the works. We're taking a closer look at tonight's State of the Schools address in Grand Rapids.
And we saw some cooler weather today, but it warms up again for tomorrow.
From the station with the most local news, Fox 17 News at 11 starts right now.
Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Christian Frank.
And I'm Josh Dorowitz in for Janice Allen. First here at 11, the clock is ticking. We are just hours away from what's expected to be a major development in the Flint Water crisis coming from the State Attorney General's office. Right now, we know Attorney General Bill Schuette is planning to announce the findings of a months-long investigation by his office and the Flint Water investigative team tomorrow afternoon. Sources telling our Detroit affiliate Fox 2 that 3 people connected to the crisis will be facing criminal charges. And new at 11, we now know those charges are related to allegations of a cover-up. 1 worker from the Flint Water treatment and 2 employees from the Michigan Department of Environmental Quality will be charged, according to Fox 2, based on decisions they made directly leading to that crisis. Tomorrow's announcement coming on the heels of a judge's decision just out today that dismissed a class action lawsuit over Flint's Water. That lawsuit had claimed that residents' constitutional rights had been violated when they were provided contaminated water and then forced to pay for it. A federal judge instead said that a lawsuit like that should be refiled in state court.
Of course, we'll have much more on tomorrow's big announcement on Fox 17 News at 4. You can also look for updates as well as check out all our coverage on the water crisis by going to fox17online.com. Well, that is a current look at conditions out there after today's temperatures. Hard to believe it was 80 degrees a couple days ago.
That's true, but you know what? I'm kind of liking the mild spring weather. We got to ease into it a little, right?
You have to ease into it. I mean, there's not even leaves to block the sun out there.
Exactly, yeah. And Joe, a little cooler, a little rainier on the way?
Yeah, a couple of days of cooler weather. But like you guys said, you can't just jump into the 90-degree stuff from snow last weekend or the weekend before. And over the next couple of days, we're kind of going to be in between, which is good news. Right now, though, temps in the 50s to around 60 degrees, 53 at Grand Rapids. Lakeshore areas sitting in the mid-50s. Not going to be a cold night, but we will be a little bit cooler than we have been. Check out how much cooler exactly than it was 24 hours ago. Anywhere from 2 degrees cooler at Benton Harbor to 14 degrees cooler at Grand Rapids. But the main effect came this afternoon when temperatures were stuck in the 50s over much of the area. Here's a look at the radar. Let's zoom in, take a little closer look at what we have going on right now. And this rain is trying to move eastward, but at the same time, we've got some dry air coming in from the east, and that's kind of shutting down this advancement of the rain. So even though we could see a few sprinkles coming in along the lakeshore areas, Grand Haven, Muskegon, Holland, South Haven, it looks like it's falling now. Again, this could be very light stuff. It's going to have a difficult time moving eastward. It may get into the Grand Rapids area as a couple of very light showers or sprinkles, and that's going to be about it. But the trend, looking at this much of the afternoon and evening, has been for this stuff just to kind of fall apart because it's not really a lot of heavy rain. Again, we'll put the motion on it for you. You can see it advancing off to the north and east, so we'll keep an eye on it. At most, just a light shower from this stuff. Bigger picture, got some showers and some storms off to our south and west. Now, that's an area we'll keep an eye on for tomorrow night into Thursday. In fact, there is the possibility we could see an isolated thunderstorm on Thursday. Nothing in the way of severe weather, but just be aware that a couple of rumbles of thunder is possible. Tomorrow, few showers. I think that'll wait until the evening hours. 70 for a high, 68, a better chance of showers on Thursday. But again, it is not going to be an all-day rain, and then we cool off on Friday as we see some sunshine. Temperatures back in the upper 50s. Right now, the weekend looks so-so. I'll tell you about that coming up in a couple of minutes.
Thanks, Joe. A community in shock over the death of a beloved and popular radio host and former TV reporter in St. Joseph.
Denise Bones Stewart and her husband were both found dead inside their home, and police are calling this a murder-suicide. Stewart was a radio host and a former TV reporter in South Bend. Police say their kids were the ones that found the bodies and called 911 just before 7 a.m. Police believe her husband shot Stewart in an upstairs bedroom and then went down to the basement where he turned that gun on himself. Investigators have been talking with family and friends all day, trying to figure out a motive.
It's a little early to tell, but we do have some indication that this could have been planned. I don't know a lot about him right now. I did know the female victim personally or professionally through work, and it's a tragic loss.
Now, the victim's husband, Eric, doesn't have a criminal background. We'll let you know more when we find out.
An admitted accomplice taking the stand in a murder case today, testifying about his role in the death of one of his close friends. Roger Music is accused of killing Stephen Day and dumping his body along a road with the help of another man. That man right there, Robert McCombs, testifying in court today the night of the murder. McCombs says he and his roommate were drinking with Stephen when Stephen admitted to molesting his own niece. As McCombs says, he blacked out before the murder. He woke up to find Day in a chokehold. He admitted to helping Music dump Day's body in northern Kent County, using his own van to get it there, something he pled guilty to, served 14 months behind bars for.
How certain are you that you observed the defendant with his arms around Stephen Day choking him? What would your answer be?
100%.
Well, the defense does not believe McComb's version of the story, implying he might have had a larger role in that murder. No word yet on when or if Musick will be testifying. Meantime, the Uber driver who admitted to killing 6 people in the Kalamazoo shooting rampage is due back in court this week. This Friday, Jason Dalton will appear before a judge where they will discuss the results of his psych exam to determine if he's mentally fit to stand trial for those murders. Following the shooting, you remember, Dalton had told police his Uber app had taken over his mind and body. During that rampage on February 20th, officials say during the shootings, Dalton continued to collect his fares.
3 teenagers are being investigated for allegedly breaking into and vandalizing 2 different churches. They say the suspects are a 16-year-old boy and a 15-year-old girl from Georgetown Township. A third suspect, just 13 years old. Break-ins happened early Sunday at Georgetown Protestant Reformed Church and Jamestown Christian Reformed Church. Investigators say they pried the door open, ransacked the buildings, and even burned some Bibles. We'll let you know if they're charged. A call to action from the leader of West Michigan's largest school district, saying the state of our schools is improving.
But there is still work to be done. Of course, Fox 17's Michael Dupre is live outside Ottawa Hills High School after hearing from GRPS Superintendent Teresa Weatherall-Neal tonight. Michael, what do you have to say?
Well, the State of Our Schools address is a chance for the school superintendent to lay out the game plan for moving the school district forward in the right direction. At tonight's speech, Weatherall-Neal pointed out some very positive turnarounds that have been made. The primary goal of the big transformation plan is to stabilize and grow the district. Neal says graduation rates are up nearly 12% over the past 4 years, and Grand Rapids Montessori had a 47% increase in graduation rates. The new academic plan focuses on 3 things: pre-K through 12th grade literacy continuum, curriculum review and strengths-based capacity building, and leadership development. The superintendent is also very optimistic about the future.
We will become the best urban mid-sized district, not only in this state, you guys, in the country. We are going to be the best.
As for what's next, the superintendent says that they're excited about the construction of C.A. Frost Public Museum School, the demolition of 111 College, the expansion of Montessori at Ridgemore, and they'll be also using $175 million in bond projects for facility upgrades, technology upgrades, and security upgrades. Live in Grand Rapids, Michael Dupre, Fox 17 News.
A big night in the race to the White House. Both the GOP and Democratic frontrunners winning their home states in New York for their primary tonight. Let's take a look. Here's the results on the Democratic side. Hillary Clinton, the declared winner. She's leading by more than 100,000 votes, of course, further solidifying her lead in the delegate race as well. Here's a look at the Republican side. Donald Trump, the projected winner, just minutes after the polls closed at around 9 this evening. He's likely to snag the state's 95 GOP delegates. Of course, a major win that'll move him closer to that GOP nomination. And while Ted Cruz has been nipping at Trump's heels, Trump tonight dismissing him from the race. Take a listen.
We don't have much of a race anymore based on what I'm seeing on television. Senator Cruz is just about mathematically eliminated.
Well, candidates now have their eyes set on the next week's primary. That's in Pennsylvania and Connecticut, and then 3 other states on Tuesday.
A local school mourning the loss of one of its own tonight. 16-year-old Alyssa Eggerding was a student and softball player at Sparta High School, one of 5 kids in a car that slammed into a tree earlier this month. She didn't survive. Tonight, her varsity softball team held a home game, the first one since her death.
And Fox 15's Rebecca Russell was there as the team took the field as they honored their fallen teammate tonight. Rebecca?
That's right. The Sparta High School softball team losing. The Sparta High School softball team took their home field without number 12 in their lineup.
It's been really rough, and we've been preparing for it all week. We knew that we were going to have to come out here, and this is just a really strong group of girls. They hurt, but they come together, and they're just so emotional and so caring, and they love each other, and that's helped us all the way along the way because they have not only been there for me, but they've been there for each other, and we wouldn't have been able to do it without everyone, each other.
And the team made sure to honor their friend after the game. The visiting Belding High School team showing their support wearing shirts with Alyssa Eggerding's number, placing white roses on the pitcher's mound where she once stood, with both teams joining hands as one unit for their fellow student athlete.
sometimes it still doesn't seem real at all. It's been really hard. Honestly, we've just leaned on each other, and it's hard to come out here every single day and take the field, but we know that Alyssa would be out here giving it her all every single day, and that's why we do it. We do it for her.
It was hard, but we definitely know that Alyssa would be coming out here and giving it 110%. She was always one to just, like, even though she made a mistake or made an error, she knew that she could do better and that she had to make up for it. And we've talked as a team, and we know that we need to do that for her and know that she would want us out here giving it our best and working hard for her.
In the outfield following the game, prayers, a moment of silence, sharing memories, lighting candles, and releasing lanterns in memory of number 12.
We're going to play this season for her because she wouldn't want us to get down. She wouldn't want us to give up. She'd want us to keep pushing through it. We're just going to really miss her.
And Alyssa's coach also tells.
All right, after some technical difficulties there, that was Rebecca Russell reporting for us tonight.
Still ahead tonight, former state reps who were part of a sex scandal that made headlines across the nation were back in court today.
I feel like we're just wasting taxpayer money with this criminal prosecution.
I'll tell you why the defense attorneys for Todd Corser and Cindy Gamrot are saying one Michigan lawmaker should be forced to testify in this case.
2 different cities in West Michigan launching new mobile apps to try to make things easier for residents. We'll show you how it works.
And there's more mayor across parts of the country. Will it get back into West Michigan? I'll have the answer coming up in just a couple of minutes.
You're watching Fox 17 News.
Fox Thursday. Can Bones keep her cool to catch a killer?
That one likes flapping her gums. You might want to get a muzzle on her. Oh!
Then, WWE superstar John Cena is taking the reality action genre to the next level.
You give up, you go home.
An all-new American Grit after an all-new Bones. Thursday on Fox.
Howard Law Group salutes companies giving back with a Pay It Forward Business of the Year award. Nominate a company going above and beyond at fox17online.com/payitforward.
Listen up, it's Ford Truck Month. This is the time, this is the place, and this is Ford F-150, the truck that goes toe-to-toe with your life. Made of high-strength military-grade aluminum alloy that pulled the highest safety rating the government can give. And with a 360-degree camera, it's like having your head on a swivel, pal. So load up your crew. This is the time.
Competitive owners lease this 2016 F-150 for $239 a month for 24 months, only at your neighborhood Michigan Ford dealer.
Rooms come in all sorts of shapes and sizes. There are big rooms, tiny rooms, rooms that are, whoa. With 8 times more fragrance control, the new Airwick scented oil warmer lets you dial up or down to fill massive minimalist rooms, small secret rooms, and tall rooms you climb to. A treehouse is totally a room.